All right, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to use Google Sheets, how to create your regression lines, and to get your correlation, your coefficient of determination. And so hopefully, again, you guys realize this is Google Sheets. There is a separate video for Microsoft Excel. So if you're using Microsoft Excel, please use the other video. This is strictly for Google Sheets. Now notice I've already got my little spreadsheet already done up here. So one of the things I need to do is make sure I click on the scatter plot, and I need to open up the chart editor. Now one way to open up the chart editor that I always find pretty easy is I just I right click and then I go down to legend, and it pops up with my chart editor over here on the side. Now the one that I actually need to go to is under series. It needs to be, there's setup and customize up here as the top tabs. You need to be under customize and go to series. There's lots of options under here, including changing the color of the dots, etc., etc. You can change the shape of the dots, but what you really need is scroll down just a little bit, and there's a button down here that's a checkbox for trend line. You want to go ahead and turn that on. Now, one of the things I want to point out to you again is number one, that your type, you can change your type, which we will do. We're going to do linear, exponential. We'll do a polynomial with a degree of 2, logarithmic, and power. One of the other things I want to point out again with this situation, you want to label using the equation. One of the options is custom. One of the options is none. You want to actually use the equation, because there's my linear equation is 0.312 times x plus 0.874. That's my linear equation. And the other thing you want to do is you want to check this box down here that says show r squared. Now that r squared is your coefficient of determination. In this case, it's 0.284. So that means about 28%. Now that you've got that stuff covered, you can kind of manipulate things a little bit. Like, for instance, if you want the exponential, you just click on exponential. Notice the exponential is 1.4 times e to the 0.112x, which gives me an r squared, or a coefficient of determination, of about 27%. So my linear was a little bit better. If I do a logarithmic, I get 29% as my r squared. Notice there's my logarithmic equation. If I do a power series, I get about 27 or about 28% again, 0.277. There's the power regression. And the other one I'm going to do is a polynomial. Like I said, quadratic is a degree of 2. And so now I've got -5 plus 2.06x plus negative 0.129x squared. That gives me an r squared of about 0.306, so about 30%. That's the highest r squared value, so this is in fact the best regression for the data. If you notice, it kind of goes through a couple of the points, but some of the ones here on the ends are a little bit big. And so what you guys got to notice again is, since this is the biggest r squared, this is the largest coefficient of determination, this is the best fit. So this is the graph that I will actually copy and paste into my poster. Remember, you're going to have this graph and the graph of just the scatter plot, so no regression on it. Other than that, I think that covers everything I need to go over. Like I said, make sure you open your chart editor, and it needs to be under customize and series, and make sure you click trend line, and make sure you label it using the equation and to show r squared. Other than that, hopefully you guys have a great day, and hopefully this helps you guys work on your project.